Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved in driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Welcome to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat, Friday, Saturday edition of the Sports Beat. We'll have our picks later on for week 4 of the football season. Yep, week 4 is here. But we're going to lead off tonight's show here from the Automall parking lot with some girls soccer, the backyard brawl, Newton and Kittatinny. Those two teams have a great rivalry in a lot of sports, girls soccer being one of them. And the Cougars had a big day and picked up the win over the Braves. Let's look at the highlights.
These highlights are being brought to you by Rev It Up, Auto and Maintenance Garage on Main Street in Sparta.
First half action here at Kittatinny for this rivalry showdown with Newton. And it's Mackenzie Utter with a nice touch to Kelly and Salako. And it's Newton goalie Kara Steele coming out to stop her before Lainey Scarali clears the area with the heads-up play, and we have no score. But that changes here. Watch Olivia Redden with a beautiful service off the set piece. And it's Kelly and Salako getting to the ball, and she scores, and Kittatinny has a 1-0 lead 15 minutes in. That's a nice goal right there. All right, Newton has a potent offense, and the Braves look to knot things up here on this long shot from Blaise Rossi, but it hits the top of the net, and we go to the half with Kittatinny holding a 1-0 lead. Second half action, it's Mackenzie Utter with another terrific through ball to Kelly and Salako, who buries it into the back of the net for her second goal, and it's 2-0 Kittatinny 10 minutes into the half. Newton gets a corner kick here, and it's Cass Wojcik sending it in, and it's Jesse Brannick with the header, but Kittatinny keeper Natalia Matar is there for the save to protect the lead. All right, Kelly and Salako's a special talent, folks, and this time it's Allie Benzinger with the great pass, and despite the slide tackle, she blasts it home, and it's 3-0 Cougars as Insalako nets her 11th goal of the season and the hat trick. Newton gets an opportunity off the Davis Ann Boyd corner kick, but watch Michaela Conklin with a good defense on the post before Natalia Matar covers up. Good communication there with the Cougars as it stays 3-0 Kittatinny. Now watch Blaise Rossi with a nice throw-in to high-scoring Kaylee Perk, but it's Natalia Matar with the save off the tough shot. The Braves definitely had their chances in this one. Watch the good passing before Olivia Buckley launches the blast off the crossbar before Liz Hirsch, who was terrific on defense all day, clears the area as Kittatinny would go on to post its 4th straight victory and 4th straight shutout with the impressive 3-0 victory over the Braves.
I just thought we did awesome today. Our defense was the best I've seen them play all season. Liz Hirsch back with Kaylee Firth. She's such a great player. I mean, with someone like that, like Liz, for her to keep up with her, that was just awesome for us.
I think the team played really well. I mean, Newton's always a really tough opponent for us, but I think we stuck it out the whole game and really gave it our best. So
it was a good win. Our defense really stuck together. We managed on playing back a little bit because we knew their forwards are very fast, very skilled, and we just focused on keeping back and containing.
It was great. Newton has a really talented team, and we knew we were going to have great competition. We just came out here with all of our determination, and we were ready to just win, and we had so much excitement before the game, and we just came out and played our best.
Very happy with the effort the girls put forth. We knew it was going to be a great game. I figured we were two very even teams, and Coach and I were talking, Jake, before the game. Whoever steps out in the field to play and capitalize on the opportunities is gonna get it. And we got fortunate today, but they played a heck of a game and very easily could have gone the other way.
Newton and Kittatinny always evenly matched. It's a battle. Last year was 5-4 double overtime for Kittatinny. So whoever scores first when they go at it is huge. Kittatinny was able to do that off a beautiful set piece, Olivia Redden to Kelly Insalako, which started her big day with a hat trick.
Olivia's just such a great player. I know when she gets the ball up, I just have to do my best, and I was lucky enough to get in on that one. It was almost like goalie's ball, but I was just lucky enough to get there.
Insulaco now has 11 goals on the year, but she gives a lot of credit to her teammates to get the ball to her, as she's just so tough to stop when she's in space.
We know Newton's always a great team. They're just such, both offense and defense, but we sent great through balls today. We knew we had to try and spread them out, but we're just lucky enough to get that in there.
Insulaco's 3 goals was tremendous, but the story of this game was Kittatinny's team defense against a Newton team coming in, averaging about 5 goals a game. They get their 4th straight win and 4th straight shutout.
We all play really well because it's all the same girls from last year, so we're definitely learning how to play well together, and we just always back up for each other. Like if someone makes a mistake, one of us is always there to clean up.
We had Liz on first. Liz is really good at containing, and Sarah was our other fastest. And I was just there to talk to them, support them. We helped each other get through, always communicating, just keeping it together.
We knew coming in that they had some speed and a lot of skill up top. Their forwards are just tremendous, and they put a lot of goals in. So, we kind of put a game plan together and worked on just containing and not sticking with their moves, because they're very skilled, and going in hard on 50-50 balls, and they executed. You can't ask for much more than that as a coach. That was the plan, and they did it, and we got the win. So the credit goes to the defense for holding off the onslaught, and then of course for Kelly for the hat trick at the right time.
Coach Matt Micah couldn't have been prouder of Liz Hirsch, as she had the job of marking one of the top scorers around in Kaylee Firth.
That was an incredible effort. When we play a player like that, we typically find somebody who matches up well, and just kind of put the weight of the team on their shoulders and hope that they could come through. And she beat herself all day long. She's exhausted at the end, but she did her job. And that's the first one you go over and congratulate when the game's over, because you knew who won it for you.
I marked her last year, so I know she's a great player, and I know that if I stick in, she's going to put the ball in the back of the goal, so I know I have to keep her in front of me because she's a great player, and it's a battle the whole time, and I just have to keep my head in the game.
Exciting time for Kittatinny soccer. They're hoping to defend their Colonial Division title, hoping to get a good seed in the HWS, and they have some big night games coming up. They're going to play Newton another time under lights, Lenape Valley, and a big game at High Point under lights next Saturday.
The future's looking bright for us. We have such great games coming up. We have strong teams, HWS. I'm excited because HWS usually we have an away game where we have to travel far, but hopefully we got that home game because we've just been working really hard for it.
I'm really excited for it all. We've been working hard all preseason, and I think we're going to have a good season if we keep working hard like we are.
We were really excited to play Newton today to try and get that good seed and do well and make a statement, and we're really proud. Newton was a very good team, and we're just happy where we are now.
We have a lot of good competition coming up. We have our Under the Lights game at Newton. We have our Under the Lights game here versus Lenape Valley, which will be a really nice game, and same at High Point next Saturday. So yeah, I think we have a very exciting future for us, and I think that we'll do good and keep going.
Kelly Insulaco's having a great year, and she's had a great 4-year career at Kittatinny in 3 sports, soccer, basketball, and softball. Tremendous athlete. And we want to thank the Newton Pride Foundation for sponsoring that game, and they sponsor all Newton games on mugsmedia.com and Channel 10. They just had their Hall of Fame. We'll have a story on that on an upcoming edition of the Sports Beat. But we want to thank the people at the Newton Pride. And as we go on with girls soccer and boys soccer, the seeds for the Hunter Warren Sussex tournament will be coming out soon. And we'll see where the Cougars fall, because at the time of this taping, they only had 1 loss, and that was out of the county to Jefferson. We'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after these messages here on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007. And Chesco's, 383-2840.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve. Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary, as we come to you from the Automall parking lot. A warm, late September afternoon. As I stole a line from a guy I heard the other day, we're having our summer in September after the crummy summer weather. September's just been unbelievable beach weather. It's late September and it's almost 90 degrees out. It's crazy. So get out there, enjoy the games, and enjoy this good weather while it lasts. Well, we had a big Freedom Division showdown in boys soccer this past week. High Point traveled over to Newton. Those two have developed a good rivalry over the last couple of years. As those teams, last 2 years ago, they shared the Team of the Year award for Muggs Media and boys soccer. Well, they had their first meeting of the year at Newton High School. Let's find out who won.
These highlights are being brought to you by Rev It Up, Auto and Maintenance Garage on Main Street in Sparta.
First half action here at Newton High School in this Freedom Division clash. And Newton has a great chance here. Watch Kevin Ioso chase down the through ball, but it's High Point goalie Rob Osborne with the save before Brock Sisko clears the area. What a play there by the Wildcats, and we have no score. The Braves keep the pressure on, and it's Ed Lynch with the blast that catches the crossbar, and we remain scoreless. Unluckily there for Lynch. Newton gets a corner kick, but watch Jacob Carter of High Point protect the line off the Ed Lynch header, and High Point dodges another bullet. Now watch Lynch with the good move and the pass to Christian Hasty, but he hits the crossbar for the Braves as they keep knocking on the door. The Braves finally break through here, and once again it's Ed Lynch with the shot, and he gets to his own rebound, and he scores, and the Braves have a 1-0 lead with 13 minutes to go in the first half. And Lynch finds the back of the net again off the great touch from Christian Hasty as he beats the keeper, and he scores the goal, and Newton has a 2-0 lead less than 2 minutes later. High Point gets a good chance here. Watch Ron Bravatt break in, and he beats the keeper, but his shot goes just wide, so close, and we go to the break with Newton holding the 2-0 lead. Second half action, High Point's looking for that first goal, and off the set piece, it's Sawyer Fenlon sending it in, and the ball deflects off the crossbar, and it stays 2-0 Newton. Now watch Newton goalie Noah Metzger come flying off his line to make the stop here, as Newton would go on to blank High Point 2-0, and the first of the two teams' meetings this season.
I think we really need to step it up in the division after we had a loss to High Point and really undeserved tie to, I think it was Vernon. I feel like we really need to make a statement and bounce back and show that we can play. Because we haven't had the hottest start, but I feel like we've had a lot of practices. We've been working very hard. I feel like this is going to be an instrumental milestone in where we push forward and hopefully keep the wins rolling in.
We knew they were going to come in strong because we beat them last year for the league up here. and we were battling some games and we lost in the second half, but we're coming back, and we had some great practices, and we're building momentum to further this season.
After coming off of the last two losses last week, we knew we had some things to improve on. Looked forward to High Point, and we got a good result. Happy to get the shutout.
It was a big momentum builder for us. You know, we've kind of struggled the last couple games, having led against both Sparta and Mount Olive, and then unfortunately giving those games up. So we've been working hard the last week or so of practice and really trying to push them, change some guys around to kind of see if we get a little different look. And overall, I was happy. I mean, you know, you're never truly happy as a coach, but we're definitely getting there. This was a big win. You know, they were a very talented team. I was actually surprised after how many players they had lost from last year. You know, Fenland's always a great player. Their center back in the back, I thought, did a phenomenal job. And they definitely have some pieces there that they're going to continue to build as well. But overall, for us personally, it gives us good motivation, and we can continue to hopefully move forward looking ahead at the season.
Newton dominated this match pretty much from the get-go, putting a lot of pressure on the High Point defense. And Ed Lidge came up big with 2 goals, which ended up being the only goals of the game for a big win for the Newton Braves.
The first one, I took it down the sideline. I took a shot, tried to put it back post. It didn't go, but I just followed my shot and just buried it again. And then the second one, Christian Hasty, great to have him on the field. He played a great through ball, and I just put it back post.
Newton came into this game with an unusual 2-game losing streak. Doesn't happen too often here at Newton. So the Braves were determined after losing the leads against Sparta and Mount Olive to finish strong in the second 40 minutes, I should say, and they did and got the win.
After those 2 losses, we were obviously pretty heartbroken. Our coach, I got credit all to Brian. He was really pushing us to our limits, saying we can't let stuff like that happen. He's going to push us to our physical limits, and he's hoping stuff like that will never happen again. And we have a new mindset now, so hopefully we can keep it rolling, and that won't happen again.
We came out hard in both those games, and we put some goals and points on the board, and then we kind of lost there in our mentality. But from these practices, we were able to hone in on it and pick it up big time.
Yeah, that's totally been the story so far. Even in today's game, I mean, we had so many opportunities. We hit the crossbar 2 times, a couple other breakaways where the goalie made a good save, but you should convert those. And we kind of have been notorious this year for letting teams hang around a little bit too long. So hopefully we can get that taken care of. So as we move forward with the season and into tournament play, we can make a run at something potentially.
Coach Brian Barton made some changes to his defense. Josh Fowler went back and played center back, and it worked out well today.
One of the big things is that we just had to stay organized, and we had to make sure that our back 4 was staying connected and we were all on the same page, and we worked on communication and trying to making sure everyone was all together so we could defend as a unit.
Today was the 3rd shutout for the Braves against a High Point team that was averaging 3 goals a game, so it gives the Braves team a lot of confidence.
It's big for us, you know, especially giving up some goals that maybe weren't deserving and some crappy goals maybe that shouldn't have gone in, especially late in games. It was good to, you know, come out here and keep them down and not let them score.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was key for us today. You know, at halftime I had said, you know, our reputation right now is a team that's winning at halftime and then goes on to lose. Like, that's what other coaches know. They research these things. So I said it's so important for us to keep the clean sheet. Let's make that our team goal. And they did, and I was proud of them. They stayed organized, compact, and overall they did a really good job. Even at the end there where High Point was attacking with basically everybody. You know, they were still staying in their zones, making the defensive plays we needed.
Second half of the season is going to be very exciting for the Braves. They weren't too crazy about the first half, suffering losses to Hackettstown, a tie to Vernon, but they're hoping second time around in the Freedom Division to beat the Tigers, beat Vernon, and also do well in the Hunter Warren Sussex tournament.
We just got to keep it rolling. That's it. Just got to keep hoping breaking wins, and hopefully everything stays the same, and keep working hard. That's it.
The Hackettstown game, the score was not indicative of how we played. You know, it was tied for a little while, and we were dominating them. Some unfortunate things happened in that game, but we're moving forward. So I can't wait to get another shot at them. You know, the Newton kind of way is you don't care who you play. You know, I want to play any team. I don't care the situation or the team it is. So I look forward to the competition, and you know, hopefully they're ready for it.
All right, those 2 programs, Brian Martin. I mean, my gosh, what he's done. He's gotten the Braves to the state finals twice. He's the only coach to ever do that. He's, as everyone knows that follows Newton soccer, he succeeded Pat Brennan, who won a state title. And the rebuilding job Kevin Fenland did at High Point, just remarkable. They were a team that won 5 games in 5 years, basically. And now they won a Freedom Division title 2 years ago and playing very well and getting double-digit wins. So great job by the Wildcats. Again, Newton Pride Foundation sponsoring all Newton games. You'll see that full game in its entirety on mugsmedia.com. We'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after these messages. Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep,
Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Morville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Morville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Morville at 973-383-3110.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 south in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Bank's pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift. You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's pop money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary, as we come to you from the Automall parking lot. Beautiful late summer day, and we headed up to Vernon the other night for a night game. Vernon Wallkill Valley girls soccer, a good showdown between 2 former SCIL rivals. Vernon came out with the win. Big game for Maddie Labance with 2 goals. Let's check out the highlights.
This portion of a Sports Beat is sponsored by Tire King, behind the AMP in Sussex, where everyone can afford to retire. Tire King now does brakes as well. Tire King. Tell Charles Caparis Muggsy sent me. Walk in there and yell out, Tire King. The phone number is 875-5950.
We go to Anthony Masserino Stadium in Vernon, and less than 3 minutes into the game, the Vikings strike first. It's Maddie Labance getting to the loose ball, and she fires it home, and Vernon has a 1-0 lead over Wallkill Valley. Wallkill Valley creates a chance here, and it's Samantha Opila with a nice run down the far sideline, and she gets the shot off, but it's Vernon goalie Emily Nitch there for the save, and remains 1-0 Vernon. Now watch Taya Britch get the ball to Maddie Labance, but she bangs it off the crossbar, and Wallkill Valley keeper Hannah Panzarelli corrals it in for the save. Unlucky there for Labance. Wallkill Valley gets a corner kick from Chloe Kopnick, who sends it in, and watch Emily Nitch with the stop before Katie Walsh clears it out of the area to protect the 1-0 Vernon lead. Then with 13-14 left in the half, Labance gets her 2nd goal of the game and her 10th of the season as she settles and nicely taps it in for the goal, and Vernon has a 2-0 lead over the Rangers. Now watch the Vikings work it into the box, and the Vikes are unlucky again as Katie Smaldone catches the post before Madison Piper of Wallkill Valley robs Carly Zifra on the rebound, and we go to the half with Vernon holding the 2-0 lead. Second half we go, and Vernon's controlling play, and the Vikings work it to Kat McCabe, but it's Hannah Panzarella with a nice save, and the Rangers stay in the game down 2-0. Now watch Labance with a nice touch to Corey Hornelopoulos, but it's Hannah Panzarella coming off her line to kick it away. But then with 12 seconds left in the match, it's Kat McCabe taking the nice feed from Labance for the goal, as Vernon would top Wallkill Valley 3-0 for for its first shutout of the season.
I think we're working really well together. We're passing the ball and we have intensity, so we want to win. And it's working in our favor since we played so well tonight.
It feels good because we had the shutout and we really kept it up there in our half a lot and had possession for most of the game.
It was a great game. I mean, it was tough. We came out strong and we scored 2 goals, but then it slowed down for us a little bit. We still kept the pressure up and everything. And we were lucky at the end to be able to get one last one in before it ended.
It was a good win. We did a good job possessing the ball, and that's what it comes down to. Last couple games we've struggled holding possession, so we came into this game as a goal of trying to hold possession and get more shots off. That really helped, as well as us not forgetting our defensive responsibilities. It was our first shutout of the season today, and the girls really focused on their defense first, which actually led to us building out of the back with possession.
Vernon controlled this game from the get-go. Terrific passing, and it was fun to watch them knock the ball around. Maddie LeBance and Kat McCabe really had a good connection tonight.
Usually Maddie and I were pretty good working together, and it just worked out with everyone else. We knew where each other wanted to go, and we were watching and calling, so good communication.
Vernon's now won 3 of their last 4. This is a big win, and more importantly for the Vikings' confidence, this is their first shutout, and the defense did very well tonight, led by Captain Elise Kastner.
The pressure is, we don't want them near our goal, so we keep it up by them. And if you keep the pressure up, they don't have any opportunities, so we have a better chance of winning.
Maddie LeBance is a junior this year. She's been a leading scorer the last couple of years for the Vikings. A lot falls on her shoulders offensively, but she's up for the challenge, and she thinks the Vikings are just going to get better and better.
I like playing up top and trying to score goals, but I love dropping back in and trying to help other people score goals and play them through, and I'll play anywhere. I love it.
She's a veteran now. This is her 3rd varsity season, and the last 2 she's scored a lot of goals, but now she's putting the team on her shoulders, and when we need clutch goals, she's coming through with them. And then at the end, she is always looking to dish off to somebody else as well. She had a beautiful assist to Kat as well, and could have had 2 or 3 other assists the way she was distributing the ball.
As we said, Kat McCabe was working hard all night. 12 seconds to go, and she gets a goal after a couple of near misses to make it the 3-0 final.
The same thing happened in the first half. There's like 3 seconds left, and I hit it, but I had to know it was gonna happen.
Vernon's 3-5-1 record is deceiving. They've played everyone tough. Now with the second part of the Freedom Division coming up, the Vikings want to turn some of those tough losses into wins, and they also have the 100 Warren Sussex tournament, and Coach Steve Carlson just wants them to progress every day.
Some exciting games coming up, so we gotta just keep up the pressure, keep up passing really well, and just keep on sending through balls and just really break every other team down from here on out.
That was our goal, where we've been. We're trying to progress every game, trying to progress every practice. We're really working on a style of play that's fitting to us. And, the way they're moving forward, they're progressing every game. We had a couple, tough games during last week, but we came back and played a strong game, lost a tough game over the weekend, but played pretty strong. So it's good to start getting possession and start, and get a win on that as well.
As we said in boys soccer, the HWS seedings in girls and boys will be coming out soon. And we want to thank D.W. Clark, the official bus service of Wallkill Valley, for sponsoring that game, as well as our friends at the Tracks Deli on Vernon Crossing Road. The Janke and Mitchell families wish the Vikings the best of luck this year and all the fall sports. Check them out on all social media for their daily specials. Great food, folks. I've been there. It's tremendous. Tracks Deli, proud sponsors of all Vernon events on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com. We'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after these messages.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization that encourages cooperation between the citizens of Sussex County and the Sussex County Sheriff's Department. If you have information relating to a crime or criminal activity in Sussex County, please contact us. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive a reward of up to $1,000. Contact us at 973-300-CRIME or through our website at www.sussexcountysheriff.com. Thank you.
This message made possible by D&H Risk Solutions. For more information, go to risksolutions.com. Farmstead Golf and Country Club is the perfect place to host your event. Weddings, christenings, baby and bridal showers, and sports banquets. The staff at Farmstead will make your day a special one. The banquet facility overlooks their beautiful 27-hole golf course. Farmstead Golf and Country Club can also host your charity golf event. For more information on the Farmstead banquet facilities or to book your tee time, call 383-1666. Farmstead Golf and Country Club, located on Lawrence Road in Lafayette. Visit their website at farmsteadgolf.com.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007. And Chesco's, 383-2840.
Party time or work time? Tri-State Rentals has the right tools and supplies for your next job or party, event, and wedding tents in many sizes, plus all the accessories you need to host that perfect party, including bounce houses, carnival games, and catering supplies. We also rent tools and equipment for any job, big or small, indoor or out. We rent, sell, and service Kubota tractors. Planning your next job or event just got easier. Visit Tri-State Rentals online at tristaterentals.com or visit our showroom, 105 Sparta Avenue, Newton.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Banks pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift. You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. It's now time to pick the games for week 4. Again, folks, because of the Jewish holidays, we have a bunch of games Thursday. So we're going to do the picks here on Wednesday and then get out to check out the games on Thursday. Check with your local school when you're playing, because there's some games Thursday, some games Friday afternoon, some games Friday night. And I believe the only game we got going on Saturday is Pope John going down to Seton Hall Prep. Also a game on Saturday, our second game, Sussex Tech's going to make that long ride down outside of Philadelphia. They're going to go play the Academy of the New Church. This is a team they've played the last several years. Sussex Tech comes in 0-3. They lost to Pascack Hills, 41-7. Bo Maroney had a touchdown in that. But, Sussex Tech looking to bounce back and get that first win behind Tyler Crum, Richie Hoffman, Dylan Beebe, Ryan Kincaid, Dylan Snyder, Shane Sammons. All those guys are going to need to come together to get that first win of the season for the Mustangs. The Academy of New Church, the Lions are 0-4. Devin Bryant's a very good wide receiver for them. And Jeb Benfleck is their quarterback. They're 0-4. They play other schools in that area. I think Sussex Tech maybe gets their first win. I'm going to go with the Mustangs. Get Brian Stellenworth that first win. They'll go down there and beat the Academy of the New Church. A big win for them. All right, game on Thursday night at 7. It's a division game, National White game, and it's Booton 1-3 at North Warren 1-2, 7 o'clock. We got to see the Bombers on tape. They beat Parsippany to win the old shoe, or the old boot down in a rivalry between Booton and Parsippany. Corey Dempster, electrifying running back for them, can do it all over the field. Vincenzo Ventricelli, between the tackles, tough guy, and a linebacker as well. Trey Cablar, he's their quarterback. His older brother Gage was their quarterback a couple years back. And got some nice players too. Jason Earl had a big day, and James Jacobson played very well for Booton. Brian Gallagher's done a nice job. They're the division champs. Their losses are to Pequannock and Wequahic. So, you know, they're 1-2. I want to make that clear. Wequahic and Pequannock, two solid teams. North Warren 1-2 after winning on opening day against Wapakon. They lost to Butler, and then they lost to a good Hackettstown team last weekend. You know, they're a small team. It's a lot of the same kids I mention every week because they got to go both ways. Danny Palmer, James Barton, Ryan Walsh, Ryan Durling, Joe Toribio, and Joe Wojtek. I think Booton's got a little bit too much. The Bombers get the win. Our next game Friday at 7, and it's Wapakon going to Morris Catholic. Wapakon's 0-3. They lost to Newton last week, 47-13. But they finished the game strong. You got to like that. Quarterback Danny Farina hit Tyler Dixon for a long touchdown. Mike Gascione came off the bench. He scored. They're going to need to get a solid ball control game from that Delaware wing tee with Armando Santiago, Anthony Maschereni have to do a job, Jason Kramer, the Kennedy brothers on the line. They're going to have to control the ball against Morris Catholic. Morris Catholic's 1-3. This is a crossover game. They're in the United Blue. They beat Marist last week, 48-14 for their first win. Darrell Sellers, the running back, was 6 for 105 with 3 touchdowns. The other running back, Diane Redding, 12 carries for 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quarterback is Brian Keeger. This should be a very good game. If Wapakon's fully healthy, I'm going to go with the Chiefs in an upset going down on the road against Morris Catholic to get that first win. So we're hoping that Mike Buschella gets that first victory. Good guy, good young coach. Our next game is going to be Thursday at 3. So as I said, games all over the calendar. It's 2-1 High Point going to 1-2 Montville, and that's a Patriot Red Division game. And High Point licking their wounds. They played a very, very good Mount Olive team who beat them 61-27. Normally when you score 27 points, and the 27 points they scored were not in garbage time. It was throughout the course of the game. They just couldn't stop Mount Olive. But they, you know, last week they had a total of 336 yards of offense and lost. That's how good Mount Olive was. So High Point's going to be licking the wounds. They're going to look to go to 3-0 in the division. Mount Olive not in their division. They're 2-0. Jake Lazinski, 25 carries, 91 yards. He was also 5-7 passing for 58 yards. Chad Masili, his normal 15 for 81, the plow horse. Jake Phillip had 96 yards. Davis Dvorak was getting part of that offense with that flex bone. Last year they lost to Montville. They beat Montville, I should say, 28-18. But the defense is going to have to step it up this week against that similar attack that's run by Rick DeBonta from Montville. Jake Lazinski in that defense, and guys like Matt Carter, Joey Burke, Storm Grouslick, Ryan McCarrick, they're all going to have to step up on defense as well, and the offensive line has to do their job. But I think they will. Montville 1-2. They lost to West Milford in a great game, 33-29. West Milford came back to rally for that victory. Mike Burke, a do-it-all quarterback for Montville, 13 for 22 for 201 yards and 2 TDs. And then he also rushed for 22 yards and 22 carries, 153 yards. His favorite target is Anthony Manna. A solid team, but I think High Point goes down and gets back in the win column and picks up that victory. Our next game is West Milford. We just mentioned them, 1-2. They will go to Jefferson, 2-1, Patriot Red Division game. West Milford with that big win. Tristan Bacalayan, 12 carries for 115 yards, 2 TDs. Zach Milko, their quarterback, 12 of 21, 230 yards. He did a nice job. Ryan Coyle did a good job at wide receiver, 4 catches. Daniel Domino had 6 catches for the Highlanders, who got their first win. Jefferson now won 2 in a row after that heartbreaker on opening night. They're 1-1 in the division. They beat Mendham 38-19. Andrew Benfatti's having a monster year. 5 catches for 124 yards, 2 TDs. Michael Fleming, 8 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. And then you got Paul Monaco, Brandon Hay, Justin Ranzio. So many weapons for Coach Jerry Venerino. Quarterback Anthony Johnson having a great year. And then the kids on defense, Nick Miller, Matt D'Alessio, Randizzo on defense, Jason Boucher, Jefferson Felter, and then going back to offense, the kids that also can catch the ball. Joe Patelli having a good season, and Matt Capello contributed the other day. In our final game before we go to break, Kittatinny will go over to Kittatinny Friday at 3. So check that, Friday at 3. This is a crossover game. Kittatinny's 1-2. They beat Wallkill Valley on opening day. They're led by their quarterback, Joe Reimars, good running back, and Tim Melafonte, who's very shifty, and then a tough two-way kid, fullback linebacker, Calvin Kipner, and then Antoine Kasabi, another good player for the Colts. They're coming off a loss to Madison, 42-14. Kittatinny coming off a tough loss to Lakeland, 47-21. James Franco, though, had a good game, 7-13, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns. And the main man was Jack Sikora in the receiving. He had 3 catches. And then you always have the Mafaro brothers are always a threat. And the kids on defense will have to step it up. Cal Brook being on defense, Justin Voss, Justin Montefiore, Derek Michaelman, Chris Laterio. I think the Cougars, and this is going to be a good one, I think the Cougars get the win because if the Mafaros are healthy, they're going to be too tough to stop, even though Kittatinny has 8 starters back on defense. So that'll be the first part of our picks, folks. We'll be back with the rest of the games for this week right after these messages.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Farmstead Golf and Country Club is the perfect place to host your event. Weddings, christenings, baby and bridal showers, and sports banquets. The staff at Farmstead will make your day a special one. The banquet facility overlooks their beautiful 27-hole golf course. Farmstead Golf and Country Club can also host your charity golf event. For more information on the Farmstead banquet facilities or to book your tee time, call 383-1666. Farmstead Golf and Country Club, located on Lawrence Road in Lafayette. Visit their website at farmsteadgolf.com. American Federal Mortgage knows shopping for a mortgage can be stressful. They have the lowest rates in the nation with their state-approved lock and loan form. American Federal Mortgage has great customer service to answer your questions and concerns. They will get you into the home of your dreams. For more information, call 888-321-HOUSE or go to njmortgage.com.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Banks pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift. You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Trax Deli is now reopened and under new ownership and is proud sponsors of all Vernon Township High School games of the week and highlights. Trax Deli has a great selection of homemade soups, salads, and chili, and great deli sandwiches, including their world-famous Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for daily specials, or call them at 973-764-2700. The Jenke and Mitchell families wish the Vikings all the best of luck. Trax Deli, your hometown deli, located on Vernon Crossing Road.
Party time or work time? Tri-State Rentals has the right tools and supplies for your next job or party, event, and wedding tents in many sizes, plus all the accessories you need to host that perfect party, including bounce houses, carnival games, and catering supplies. We also rent tools and equipment for any job, big or small, indoor or out. We rent, sell, and service Kubota tractors. Planning your next job or event just got easier. Visit Tri-State Rentals online at tristaterentals.com or visit our showroom, 105 Sparta Avenue, Newton.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary. We're picking games for Week 4 in the Muggs Media area. We're closing in on the halfway point of the season, and it's 88 degrees out. It's crazy, I'll tell you. But I'll take this. I'd rather stand in the heat than sit there shivering on top of a press box somewhere, especially up at Vernon or High Point. All right. Go back to our picks. Lenape Valley bounced back with a tough 19-7 win over Wallkill after they lost to Newton. They're 2-1. They're going to go down to Mountain Lakes and play Darryl Fusco and the Herd. Mountain Lakes 3-0. Now, last year, Mountain Lakes struggled. They only won 2 games, went 2-8. They've now gone out and avenged losses from last year. 35-0 over Parsippany, 35-8 over Lincoln of Jersey City, and 26-15 over Hanover Park. You knew that was just a blip. Mountain Lakes is too good to go back-to-back years now playing good football, and Darryl Fusco is too good of a coach to let that happen. Quarterback Jack Baker can do it all for them. He's a great athlete. Matt Palazzi, Jake Marshall, Jake Schick, and Matt Barsaconis. These guys also, a lot of them play lacrosse as well for Tim Flynn, and Alex Ratchford. This is a good, solid Mountain Lakes team. They run the Delaware Wing T, just like Lenape Valley. Last year, Lenape Valley lumped them up. So they're going to be looking for revenge Thursday at 7 at Wilkins Field. Lenape Valley, J.C. Spada led the defense last week. It was a defensive effort. He had 3 sacks, 9 tackles. Ron Lucchese. And then also you got to look at guys like Marshall Kellenberger, Troy DuPont, Brandon Brady on defense, Andrew Cali, Rocco Bonavolanta, Cole Robertson. And Robertson got into the act offensively last week, 16 carries, 115 yards and a touchdown. Brady had 92 yards and Troy DuPont had 74 yards. And then those big guys on the line, Will Lawrence, Gabe Jimenez, Joe Seck, Taro Johnson, all getting the job done for Wallkill Valley. This is going to be a great game, for Lenape Valley. This is going to be a great game. I don't know, I just have a feeling because Mountain Lakes is home. I hate betting against Don Smolin. It's never a smart thing, and I've been burned before. But I just think Mountain Lakes is on a mission to really prove that last year was a fluke. And in a good one, I think the Herd get the win. Our next game, Whippany Park, undefeated under head coach Don Morganroth, will go to 0-3 Wallkill Valley. That's a crossover game. That's Friday at 2 at Wallkill. Friday at 2. Let's talk about the Wildcats. Last year, 6 wins, got into the States, and Don Morganroth's first year, he did a great job. He previously was at Monville, and he was also at Hanover Park. They're coming off nice wins. 3-0 to start the season is good for them. They beat Lincoln 17-6, who's traditionally a very good team. Luke Papa had a big game last week, 22 carries, 181 yards. Matt Wong, a good player for them. Jake Crane, 10 for 83. And Nick Giraldi, Michael Roma, good players, Paul Padilla. And some of those names, you might recognize if you follow baseball. They were on that very good Whippany Park team that made the state finals in Group 2 last year in baseball. Good athletes, and they're moving in the right direction with the Wildcats. Wallkill Valley gave a great effort, talked to Bobby Leach about the game. He said his kids fought hard, just a little bit overmatched. They were without Dylan Harlow, so they're hoping to get Dylan back this week. But Alex Mastriani was terrific, and he's going to be a player, folks. 8 for 69 passing. He also rushed 8 times for 48 yards and scored the touchdown. You get Harlow's back. Justin Rivera, so talented and fast. Pete Mastriani, they're hoping to get back. Alex's older brother, who's a real good player. They got Jake Lonsky. And then the guys on the line are going to have to do the job on both sides, offense and defense. Brody McDonald, Ryan McGuire, guys like that are going to have to really step it up. And Evan Fainer had a pick last week. as much as I think Wallkill's improved, I think Whippany Park just a little bit better, and they get the win. And also, some of the guys I also want to mention for Wallkill that have been playing well, kids like Cole Weekly, Zach Dora, and and Ryan Nugent, all doing a nice job for the Rangers. Our next game is our game of the week. We want to thank Trax Deli for sponsoring that, located on Vernon Crossing Road in Vernon, as well as the Newton Pride Foundation. Go to newtonnjpride.org. Last year, this was a good game up at Vernon. Vernon was down 13-7, was driving, and Will Larson from Newton came up with a big stop on 4th down, and Newton escaped with the power points, which was big for Group 3. Same situation here. They will pick up Group 3 power points as they beat Vernon. Vernon banged up, numbers are down. They had to suspend their JV program for the rest of the season, which is tough to hear. They lost to Sparta 38-0. The kids that did play and suited up, they played their hardest. Kevin Carpenter, the lineman, the outstanding lineman for Sparta, gave them a great compliment after the game. He goes, they were no pushovers on that defensive line. We had to earn everything we got, and that's a great compliment coming from another team. Dan Fudorko, our quarterback, Mike Stefkovich, tough kid. He had a bloody nose. They stuffed him up, got him back out there. That kid never misses a play. Jeremy Cahart, Matt Rapizzardi, Evan Janik, and Kevin Parisi, all tough kids. Newton's going to have too much for them. They're 3-0. They played without Chase Kramer last week. Well, Kramer, I think, might be a game time decision for Friday. We'll find that out. They beat Opakon 47-13. Luke Young really stepping up passing-wise, and that's going to be the key for Newton against Lakeland, against Hackettstown, and later on in the States. They were kind of one-dimensional last year, but Luke has done a great job at quarterback. 7-9 for 86 yards and a touchdown. And then Nick Brigante coming in, filling in for Kramer at fullback. He only had 2 carries, but he had 65 yards and a 51-yard touchdown. Then Will Larson having a great season, both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. 4 carries for 85 yards. And then you got Wyatt McCarthy, who had a touchdown. Julian Sibley's had a touchdown. And Nico Sebastiano, great catch. You saw the highlights on mugsmedia.com for a touchdown catch. Jaden Elliott, Dante North. And, that defense with Ryan Kaiser, Brigante, Larson, and Jonathan Van Ness, they're going to be a bit too much for the Vikings. They'll get the win, go to 4-0, and pick up Group 4 power points. Our next game, we will go down to lovely West Orange to see Seton Hall Prep will host Pope John. That should be a good game. Saturday at 1. That Vernon Newton game is at 7 o'clock on Friday. Just want to make sure. Pope John dominated Del Barton from the opening whistle when Jajir Charles fielded the opening kickoff, brought it into the Greenway territory. But Nico Haranish was terrific. He gives them that passing threat that they really didn't have last year, similar to Newton. You don't have to just try to stop Burrell Neal and Terrence Jones. Nico's throwing the ball very well. Taj Jones is a big play waiting to happen. And then you got guys that run great routes like Ryan Dengler, who caught 2 touchdowns. These guys are great receivers, got good hands. He puts the ball there. The offensive line stood up to the test last week with Murray and Jack Morelli in there, and Nicky Bello, Austin Peterson, Jack Ryan, tight end Jason Miller. Ronnie Fox gets in there and does some nice things as a fullback and a blocker. And Terrence Jones, he had his first 100-yard game of the season. He had a touchdown run. But you know what? The key for them is going to be defensively against the Seton Hall Prep team. Seton Hall Prep loves to throw the ball. Carmine Carty last week, they're 0-3, but they played St. Peter's Prep, 43-20 they lost. Don Bosco, 21-13 they lost. And they lost to Paramus Catholic, 33-30. All great teams. So Seton Hall Prep is not bad. Coach Campanile does a nice job with them. Carmine Carty, 25-44 for 197 yards and 3 TDs. His top guys he looks for are Kyle Monge, who is a running back, receiver type. Jelani Mason, he had 10 catches for 92 yards. Andrew Perez as well. So Matt Colanatuno. Now last year when Pope John beat them, Seton Hall Prep was down to, I believe, their 4th-string quarterback. They started the 3rd string. He got hurt. So they were running out of the Wildcat and hung around with Pope John. A fully healthy Seton Hall Prep spreading that field, throwing the ball. So it's going to be guys up front that are going to have to apply the pressure. We'll see if Ireland Burke comes back. I know he was under protocol. He did not play against Del Barton, the big kid on the defensive line. But Richie Peters stepped up last week. He was involved in a couple of sacks. Louis Montana, John Marquez, Nick DeCenzo. These guys have to step it up when Murray gets in there. And then you got the great linebackers, Danucci, Grainhagen, Brown and Veronica. And then the guys in the secondary are really going to have to do the job. Charles and Jordan Francois and Joey Quindodamo, who had 2 picks and returned 1. I think Pope John gets the win. It's going to be their toughest test of the season by far, but the Lions get the win. And our final game is Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Patriot Red, first place on the line. Morris Hills 3-0. We'll go to see Sparta. They got the portable lights up at Castles Field. There's 3-0 Sparta. We talk about Morris Hills. They absolutely destroyed Chatham, 59-0. They've come out of the box and played very well. They beat Morris Knowles. They beat Mendham as well. They graduated a lot of players from that state championship team. Coach Mike Sabo does a great job with them. Nick Carlotti, the quarterback, was 4-4 for 157 yards, 2 TDs throwing. You got Sam Valerio, Ray Almador, Devin Caruso, Jeremy Bussell. This is a good Morris Hills team. Sparta, big win over Vernon, but it had a couple of tough losses. Jake Zarillo got hurt, and so did the Esposito kid. So we'll see if they're available. Frank Marciano was not too happy after the game. He doesn't think the prognosis is great, but we'll see if they play. That's a big loss because Zarillo's a two-way terrific player. Broccoletti, again, 10 of 15 for 168, 3 touchdowns. Eric Castorina, continuing his role, he's going to have to step it up. But the thing is now, if Zarillo's not there, people will be really concentrating on him. 4 catches for 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then the defense did a nice job. Ryan Richardson again, Jason Giordano, Robbie Gannat, Ben Davis, those guys, Candelaro, all doing the job. And then that offensive line is big and physical. John Grucoli, Tyler Lewis, Gannat, Kevin Carpenter, and Ben Davis all do a nice job with Thomas Ferraro. Even without Zarillo, I think Sparta gets the win and takes control of the division. But it should be a good one, exciting game. Under lights at Castles Field with the rented lights should be a big game for the Spartans. So there's a look at week 4, all of our picks. Again, the weather's going to be great. Get out there and catch the games. And we'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after these messages.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
Are you looking for something new out of your grocery shopping experience? Sussex Meatpacking is here to help. For over 50 years, we've been bringing Sussex County the finest in meats and poultry. We are your hometown butcher shop with a full-service deli, fresh cut meats daily, and a kitchen for all your catering needs. We also carry imported groceries, a large line of frozen products, including seafood. All the food you see here was made in our very own kitchen. So come on by or check us out online to see what Sussex Meatpacking can do for you.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve.
Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization that encourages cooperation between the citizens of Sussex County and the Sussex County Sheriff's Department. If you have information relating to a crime or criminal activity in Sussex County, please contact us. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive a reward of up to $1,000. Contact us at 973-300-CRIME or through our website at www.sussexcountysheriff.com. Thank you.
This message made possible by D&H Risk Solutions. For more information, go to risksolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary. Well, we talked about Sparta having lights, portable lights put up. Well, they could have permanent lights put up in the future, as the Board of Ed and Superintendent Dr. Michael Rossi have come up with a plan to put turf and lights at the school. And here's an update on that project.
I arrived here in December, and upon my arrival, we had already established a committee to investigate the possibility of getting a synthetic, turf field, multi-purpose, multi-sport field somewhere on campus. So we're still investigating that. We're looking at two possible locations. One would be right now where we play many sports on Castles, and the other would be behind the high school, so to speak, adjacent to the area where the tennis courts are. And either way, it would be a multi-purpose for physical education classes and, of course, multi-sport.
Now, is there a time frame? I know there was a committee that's been here, like you said, before you got here. What kind of time frame you're looking at if this is going to happen?
Ideally, we would like it to be completed for fall sports in 2018. Certain things would have to fall into place in terms of permits, in terms of the process for the board to formally approve it. But that's the ideal next fall season.
And how would you come up with the funds for this?
We would utilize capital funding.
And so I know a couple of years ago there was a referendum, but you guys have found a way within the budget to build this turf. Just explain to people that, because everyone wants to know where the money's coming from.
So there's two potential areas other than a referendum that you can draw from in addition to a normal operating budget. One is capital reserve and the other is maintenance reserve. And so over the course of the past several years, the board has been able to put some monies into both of those areas in capital reserve and maintenance reserve. And with this project being a capital project, we would draw from it.
And just talk about just it adds to the enhancement. I know this is part of the strategic long-term plan that the district has come up with. Talk about how exciting this is, that it's now not just a thought, it's almost going to be becoming a reality.
It's extremely exciting. And on top of it, importantly, there will be lights. And so while we think about, Friday night lights and, having a soccer game during the week and so on, like this week is our week of lights, really what it represents is practice time and the ability to get out there through maybe 8, 9 o'clock at night and have everybody have an opportunity to utilize it. And it's pretty much weather resistant. If it's not lightning and it's not a total downpour, you basically can be out there. And so having the lights and having the turf, in addition to what it offers us on a daily basis for our physical education curriculum, it is something that I'm personally very excited about, and I think it's going to be great for our community.
And also just for athletics, Sparta, tradition, second to none, and now you're going to have the facilities that are going to match the history here.
Absolutely. Our students deserve that. We're doing a lot in addition to pursuit of a turf field. We doubled our footprint in our robotics room. We're going to be doing a lot of things with technology and STEM education, so this is just an extension of all that.
Now, I know that you said you hope for next fall. Is there any kind of a drop-dead deadline within the next few months to get those final approvals for that to happen? What kind of time frame you're looking at that for final board approval and for all the permits?
We're looking at that to be concluded sometime this winter. And so if that takes place, then we would finalize the bid specs. The bids need to be out for a certain period of time. And once the responses come back, hopefully we'll have a bidder that we can utilize that fits within our budget.
And is there a budget number that you guys are looking at? Obviously, you have to have a budget number, but I'm sure there's a range of numbers that you could use, maybe not do as much or do a little bit less. What's the kind of the budget you guys are looking at?
For the preliminary installation of the turf and lights, we're looking at about $2.8 million at the upper end of the initial installation. The cost does change depending on whether it's at Castles or whether it's in the back of the high school, so that will be determined, but projections from our architect was about 2.8, 2.9.
And if people want to keep up to date on this, I guess attend the board meetings, will you guys be sending out information to the people of Sparta?
Absolutely. Coming to a board meeting is always the best way to keep most up to date on the goings on in the district, and also through following us on our website or what we post on Twitter.
Could you imagine Sparta on a Friday night? I bet you this Thursday night is going to be crazy, but a Friday night lights at Sparta should be a lot of fun. Let's hopefully they get it in there. And it's not just for football, it will help lacrosse, soccer, field hockey, all the teams that play outside. It'd be a big bonus for them. So we'll see if that project goes through, and we'll keep you updated. We'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after these messages here on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's 383-2840. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Bank's pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift. You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Automall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. It's now time for Orthopedic Institute, New Jersey. Live Well Tip of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rehan Shamim. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. I work with athletes of all ages, from children and adolescents through high school and college, and even to the weekend warrior population. These are people who like to stay active, they like to engage in sports, they like to do exercise. They might like the aspect of staying in good shape. They might like the team and camaraderie aspect of it.
My name is Lara Carlson. We are at Central Park of Morris, and there's kickball going on tonight. So I work for the organization Jersey Club Sports, and we run a league. It's almost every night a week there's a different league going on, and tonight it's kickball and sand volleyball. So some people do come and warm up and they take it seriously, but then there are others who don't, and we see some really serious injuries. So, you know, it would be nice to see more people come and warm up. Some people show up literally at 6:30 when the game starts, and they leave as soon as it ends. There's no warm up or cool down, and you know, I'm an athlete myself. I played sports in college, and I know the importance of warming up and cooling down, and sometimes people get hurt because of it.
Because they're not dedicating their full time to keeping their muscles strengthened and stretched and appropriately worked out, when they do put in 100% effort on those weekend sporting activities, it might be a sudden change from what their muscles are normally used to. If you're a weekend warrior, you like to go out on the weekends, softball, kickball, volleyball, whatever it may be, you just have to keep in mind what are the specific demands of your sport and what can you do to prevent injuries in those sports.
You'd be surprised because you think like, okay, this is fun, it's co-ed sports, but someone tore their Achilles on the first day of one of the opening kickball seasons. He was out for the rest of the season. I've seen like really serious injuries, people sand volleyball, spraining their ankles, just coming down, you know, people have torn their ACLs.
For many athletes, athletic trainers are very important in helping us take care of the athletes in terms of both injury prevention and treatment. For high school athletes, most high schools do have athletic training staff, and the athletes will have access to them as they need on a daily basis. As you get into the higher levels of sport, including college and professional, that access becomes even more intense. Unfortunately, for the weekend warriors, they don't necessarily have this kind of access. When they get injured, they don't know where to go. They don't have a point person that they can talk to about how serious is this kind of thing and what do I need to do, who do I need to see, what further treatment should I be getting. And that's why we're here. Our job is to make sure that anybody who comes in will get that kind of evaluation and has that access.
I think a partnership with the Orthopedic Institute would be phenomenal for this organization. Jersey Club Sports is huge, and there's so many different members. And again, there's some people who have never played sports in their entire life, and they're doing this purely because it's social and it's fun. But I think everyone from, you know, the athlete to the non-athlete they need to know properly, you know, how to warm up or what they should do when they have an injury, and likewise for the staff.
As sports medicine physicians, we love sports and we love athletes. We love being part of a team, and we take that team approach towards taking care of our athletes. That involves treatment with us, our physician's assistants, our physical therapists, our athletic trainers. All of us work together to make sure our athletes stay out on the field. We like to keep our athletes healthy, and a good injury prevention program can do that. If things don't go as planned and something happens, we do our best to make them get back to the sports that they love as quickly as possible.
Again, our deepest gratitude and thanks to the people at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. We say it every week, I'll say it again, from your neck to your toes, all your orthopedic needs, diagnosis, treatment, surgery, rehab, they cover it all, and they're nearby. They have locations throughout the area. They're the best orthopedic people around, and we thank them for what they do for Muggs Media, believing in the positive stories we do about high school students. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Sports Beat. Before we go, check out the Automall Facebook page to see what events are coming up and what deals are coming up. Here at the Automall, Bill Snoffer has always got something cooking here, so you always got to keep checking them on Facebook and the rest of their social media. And then also check out our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our webpage, muggsmedia.com. We do a lot of services besides just the Sports Beat and the games of the week. We do college recruiting videos. We do corporate videos, commercial videos, videos for your Facebook page or your social media. We cover it all here at Muggs Media. We're a full-service video production house. You can send us an email at info@muggsmedia.com for more information, or check out our website. And if you want to be an advertiser, we're looking for advertisers, folks, always. You can be on the Game of the Week. You can be on the Sports Beat. If you want to, if you say you live in Sparta, you want to sponsor Sparta Highlights, we can figure out a package for you. info@muggsmedia.com or 973-729-9234. Well, that's going to do it from here from the Automall. Enjoy this good weather while it lasts, folks. We'll see you again next week, folks. Well, actually, we'll see you again Monday with all the highlights from this past week's action here on the Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary. Good night, everyone. We'll see you again soon on muggsmedia.com and Channel 10.